Welcome everyone. I wanted to make a YouTube video to share some things that I think are the key takeaways on how to grow your channel from when you first start it to getting it monetized. I went through that experience and it has been extremely rewarding, and I've learned a lot about how YouTube works. And now granted, keep in mind that this is a experience of one. I obviously have only grown, or maybe not obviously, but I've only grown one YouTube video or YouTube channel to be monetized. And so I'm going to share what worked for me. And I hope that you can take what I recommend and potentially apply to whatever niche that you plan on being involved in, and at whatever stage you are in the growth that you as a creator are going through right now. Thank you all, and I hope you enjoy. Who am I? I am a mostly automotive content YouTube creator from Michigan, and my name is Doug. And I do spend a lot of time, or most of the time, my YouTube videos behind the camera, and that's just my style. I don't look like Brad Pitt, so I don't really think that that's particularly relevant or helpful to my content. So that's just kind of a style that I've kind of created, is trying to be behind the camera and put my subject matter in front of me and talk to my viewers like I am their friend. And that's sort of a little bit about me and a little bit about the channel. My style is I mostly make long-form content about whatever I am doing on that given day. I don't do any staging of anything that is going on. I just simply share whatever experiences or things that I've learned about using, whether it be automotive, like a vehicle, or a power sports item, or a tractor, or a chainsaw, or whatever I'm working on doing property work. I share what I'm doing directly to my viewer. And like I said before, I speak to my viewers like they are my friend, and they are standing right there with me. That has worked out extremely well. I try and be as genuine as I can possibly be and as transparent as I can possibly be, and I try to maintain a decent level of respectability when I'm making videos. I do like to crack a joke once in a while, but I keep my videos extremely clean, and that's just the way that I do things. So the path to monetization is a long one for a lot of people, and it was for me too. I started my channel in spring of 2019. I think it was about April, and I was monetized August 17th of this past year, so 2024. It was a lot of work and a lot of waiting and a lot of experimenting with different things that didn't really maybe work as well at the beginning, and it forced me to learn as I went. And I wish I had found a video like this to help me cut through the mistakes that I was already making and go straight to things that work. And we're going to cover all of that in this video. I had the watch time long before I had the subscribers. So it took me longer to get the subscribers than it did to take watch time, or to reach the watch time limit of 4,000 hours in 365 days. And my channel quickly shot past that 4,000 watch hour time as the channel started to grow and reached about 600-700 subscribers. By that point, the watch time was increasing extremely rapidly. It took a while to gain the subscriber count. And I wasn't independently famous before making a YouTube channel, and obviously don't pretend to be famous now. Definitely not. But it helps, obviously, if you are already a famous person, already involved in YouTube, already have some sort of a name or a personality on whether it be news networks or whatever. If you're not that person, keep in mind that these people who grow or say that they grow a channel to monetization in 6 days or whatever, I'm not sure that's as realistic as they're planning on to believe. So don't let people ruin your perception of reality on that. However, there are things you can do that I didn't do at the beginning of my channel that could rapidly speed up the growth of your channel, and that really comes down to some extremely simple things that we're going to cover. What it really comes down to is, what is the quality of your video and the relevance to your viewer. If you're producing a high quality video with high relevance to your viewer, or even a video that maybe isn't as perfectly edited or whatever, but it has extreme relevance to your viewer, your video is going to take off. The things that I'm going to share with you are really going to help you make a good video, I would say, and tailor a good video for your audience, but then also upload it in a way that's going to help you out. But at the end of the day, if you're not making a good video, you're going to struggle to grow and reach the watch time and the subscriber minimums on YouTube. So that is really what this boils down to, and I wanted to put this first because it really is the most important thing. And what is the real takeaway here? Put up as many videos as you can. Every YouTube creator looks back at their first videos and says, wow, whoa, that was bad. And that's okay, because the more YouTube videos you make, you're going to learn what resonates with your viewers and what resonates with the algorithm and whatnot, and you're going to do a better and better and better job as you go on. No one expects your first YouTube videos to be high class, okay? Nobody does. What hopefully happens is that you grow as a YouTube creator and your content improves, and therefore your audience retention improves, your subscriber count improves, your video relevance continues to get better and better, and you're going to retain more viewers for longer, and you're going to get to that watch time, you're going to get that subscribe. So take this as a learning opportunity of, yeah, maybe your first few videos probably won't be that good. But the thing is, the more videos you make, you're going to learn how to make them better and better and better and better and better. So just do it. Just post your first 5 videos or your first 10 videos and make it happen, because I promise you're going to grow and you're going to figure out what works for you and your audience. So who are you? I don't necessarily mean what your name is, but what I do mean is what are your capabilities? What is your knowledge base? What are you interested in? And how credible or interesting are you in that role that you are interested in? And obviously all those things can be improved as you go, which, trust me, I had to improve my interestingness as I went, and perhaps be a little bit more funny or something of that nature to keep people interested and whatnot. But it definitely helps if you already are an expert in some way in the field or in the niche that you want to make YouTube videos within. I grew up using equipment, operating four-wheelers, dirt bikes, all that stuff, driving trucks, working with trailers, working with equipment, doing property work. I grew up doing the things that I now make videos about, so it does not feel like work to me. I make YouTube videos on the things that I love, and I think that it shows when I make the videos how interested I am in the topic. I am my own target audience, if you want. I'm making the videos how I would want to be watching somebody else's videos. And that has worked out well for me. It may work out well for you at your niche. I hope that it does, but that is what I sort of adopted right at the beginning. I wanted to make videos that I would want to watch myself, and that would answer my curiosities on the subject, and that's how I formulate my videos. In the same way, you may want to look at what your strengths are and what you can offer your viewers, and tailor your video choices around those expertise areas that you have. And that's going to make, I think, your YouTube experience both extremely rewarding and much easier. So who are your viewers? And then we're going to talk about the algorithm, because that's an important thing here, which is very interesting. And I keep fighting myself from talking about the algorithm because it's so interesting. All right, your viewers. I'm going to apply some my marketing background into this. Your viewers are the people consuming your content. It is extremely important that you know them so that you can tailor your content to suit their interest, their desires, and prevent your content from sparking up any disinterest, distrust, or limitations from your viewers. You should definitely know their things that concern them, and also things that make them excited, boost up their dopamine, get them really interested in your video. Those are the things you should definitely know about. And like I said before, it really helps to be your own your own viewer. In marketing or in product sales, and that's not necessarily what we're talking about. I don't make any videos in regards to this, but it is incredibly important to know what decision factors your customers are going to use to decide whether or not to buy your product. You need to know where your customers get their information from and who in the company is making decisions to buy the products. Now, how in the world does that matter to us right now? Your customer, who is soon going to be YouTube's advertisement customer, it needs to find something that they're looking for, or maybe the video finds them, but the title needs to grab at them and say, hey, you should watch this. You haven't watched this. You need to watch this. And then the thumbnail needs to catch your eye and, oh yeah, you can't pass that one up. You need to watch this video or else you're going to feel like you lost something. And then when you click on the content, you got to get them to stay by giving them what you sold to them. If you sell them raspberry and you give them cherry, they're not going to be happy. Avoid any fakeness, but at the same time, draw them in with a dangle in front of them the fruit that you want to give them and make them want to click on your product. Now I finally get to talk about the algorithm. It is extremely fascinating to see how quickly it's able to use the data that it has on people on YouTube and find persons interested in your video. Your main goal needs to be the best friend of the algorithm. You need to find a way to tell it everything that it needs to know about your video, because the algorithm is finding every way to get to know everybody who is on YouTube. So it works out in your favor to make sure that you're properly describing your videos, and we're going to talk about thumbnails, titles, descriptions, tags. We're going to talk about the whole 9 yards here, so keep posted. Keep in mind that everything you do to both place your channel in a way that can be searched and found, and your channel name is important, but each video, and I'm going to share a little trick that I did, which I think helped. You guys can go ahead and try it in yours and see if it helps for you. And stay tuned, I'll tell you. That is, the algorithm needs to be given the tools, every tool that you could possibly give the algorithm to know what it needs to know about your video, your content, and your channel. So, your channel name, it could be anything that you want it to be. I don't think that there's any... and I don't have any expertise on this specific thing to tell you that one name is better than another name. Whatever makes you happy is the name that you should definitely use. But the thing is, your channel description, you need to fully populate that with every last little detail that describes what you're planning on making content about, because it's going to assist the algorithm in placing your content in front of viewers who are interested in what is impendingly your thumbnail and whatever text is in your thumbnail or pictures or whatever. It's going to help you get your information out there. So definitely fully fill out your description portion of your YouTube channel name. You know what I mean? The description portion. It's very, very important, I think. So viewer engagement is extremely fun because it doesn't just mean the viewer engagement. It means you engaging with the viewer. You start doing that as soon as you make a YouTube video and you talk directly with your viewers, or you should make whatever content you're making that is engaging with the viewer, and you, the creator, is therefore engaging with the viewer. In return, they may engage with you by subscribing, and especially at the beginning of your YouTube channel, I would definitely remind people how important it is to give me feedback, to let me know how I'm doing through the like or the dislike button, and also to utilize the subscribe button, because it is free to you to subscribe to me. And it lets me know how I'm doing, and it helps my channel grow. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I have heard some people say one way or the other. In the beginning, or definitely before I was monetized, I absolutely said it almost every video and reminded viewers how important it was to not only subscribe, at request if they'd like you to subscribe to me, but make sure you subscribe to other viewers around you. Build yourself up, but also at the same time, build up viewers around you. If you want to compliment another viewer that maybe you watched their content and they helped you, you could always mention, hey, I was watching this channel. They're really great too. Also reach out. grow your own network as you're growing, or grow other people's networks too as you're growing your own network, I guess is what I'm getting at. But also, when your viewers comment to you, speak to them like they're your friends. Think of it as as your Aunt Millie just commented on your Facebook post about your, a picture of you, and she said you're so proud of you, how you're growing up, whatever. Treat them like your Aunt Millie. I think that that's very important to engage with your viewers and compliment or thank them, first of all, for taking the time to comment and reaching out to you, and do what you can to answer their questions. And I have found that most of the time, 99% of the time, people who take the time to comment are constructive, nice people. I haven't found really almost any negative, and certainly I don't think never once have I seen a mean comment. So keep that in mind, and if that's something you're concerned about, I think you're going to be okay. And especially if you're treading lightly on touchy topics or things that are going to get a rise out of people, obviously that's going to cause potentially some mean comments. But if you're making a channel around a non-touchy subject that is a constructive or a happy subject, I think you're going to find that a non-controversial subject, I think you're going to find people are going to be very open and willing to be friendly with their suggestions. If you're doing something wrong, or if you made a mistake when editing or whatever, I think people are just going to say, hey, you spelled something wrong, no big deal. I've noticed the YouTube community is a very friendly community overall from my time being here. One other thing is, in my case, I'm an active YouTube viewer myself. So I watch a bunch of different YouTube channels for a bunch of different content, and I reach out to those channels. I communicate with them. I compliment, great videos, things like that. And people are going to see your YouTube channel. You're the face of your YouTube channel. So obviously make sure that when you're doing this, you're doing it in a constructive manner that's going to make a positive impact on your potential viewers. They could easily, if you make a positive contribution to somebody's comment section, easily click on your channel and see what you're all about. The other thing is that YouTube creator may also click on your comment and also see what you're all about. So use the platform to communicate with people. Titles are just so important. It is one of the first impressions that you can make on a potential viewer is your title. It is free to you to spend the time on YouTube to look at how others are titling their videos and learning from successes. When you look down, if the video's been up for 3 weeks and has 20, 30,000 views, it probably had a pretty darn good title, or else it was just great content. Now, obviously, you could have exceptional content and very little effort made on both titles and thumbnails, and your video may still take off. It may take longer to take off, but you can really put a huge jump start onto your video by having a great title and a great thumbnail in conjunction with great content. So thumbnails are extremely important, and I do it in a very basic manner. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I take a picture relevant to the subject that I am discussing, talking about, reviewing, whatever, and I try and make that an interesting action shot or pretty or some way nice for the viewer's eyes, and then I caption it with exactly what I'm talking about. No misleading things. Sometimes I throw pictures or banners or something in there. You can get thumbnail maker apps. I'm sure that there's some free ones. There's also some pay-for ones. And if you're just beginning, and I have mentioned about reaching out to other creators, I would definitely take the risk of commenting and mentioning to a creator that maybe you appreciate their comments. You could always ask them for an email and write them some questions about how they learned a little bit about or how they go about designing their thumbnails. And there's always a chance that creator may be willing to make you a thumbnail or two to help you out or show you how to do it, or you can bounce your ideas off them. Like I said, a lot of YouTube creators are very much supportive of new YouTubers and channels getting to the point of being monetized. And I really think that once a channel gets to be monetized, they have such a appreciation for what it took to get there that they want you to feel that or to get that end goal as well. So The worst thing somebody can say is no. And the other thing is you may have a friend that has a thumbnail maker, or like I said, just reach out to potentially a YouTuber in your niche, or one, maybe if you've already made a couple nice comments about their videos, you could always reach out and say, hey, I'm interested in what a nice job you made with your thumbnail. What app do you use, or what program do you use, or whatever. There's going to be free and paid for options that you could utilize in this space. I just want to share a couple of my higher performing ones. Both this and this one both generated fairly high click-through rates very quickly. This is one of my highest, or actually the highest viewed video that I have. It was made before I got really into doing thumbnails, and it's really basic. This one it's super simple, and this one was one of the earlier videos I ever made, and it has a good bit of views. It doesn't need to be super crazy, but I think that thumbnails really work out to your advantage. If you take the effort to make a nice thumbnail, it's going to work out well for you in the end. I have already hinted at this a little bit, so I jumped the gun a little bit, but definitely reach out to other creators, both in comments, in discussion areas. If they post an email that you could email to, I have an email in mind if you want to reach out to me. You should definitely take advantage of that, because the worst thing someone can say to you is no. And the best case scenario, they may become one of your friends. I actually had a situation where a gentleman, honestly, my interaction with him definitely inspired me to make this video. He reached out to me. I was very impressed with, I saw a couple comments come through, and I was like, oh, seems a cool guy. Checked out his channel a little bit. Not long after that, he had made another comment, and he asked, if I didn't mind having a conversation on email. I had absolutely. And I think, are kind of forming a little friendship, which is really cool. So this is a really special space, and I kind of look at this as, I think we're alive at a very special time, at really the beginning of the creator economy. And it's not necessarily the beginning, but it's really at the beginning, as I think their only direction is up. And I think that a lot of very interesting people that are likely sharing a lot of your personality traits are also YouTube creators. Make sure you reach out to them and give it a try, because the worst case scenario, they tell you no, and the best case scenario, maybe they become your friend, and also may help you to get ideas to grow your channel, especially if they're within your niche. Get those tags in. They're relevant to whatever the heck you made for a video. Think about every possible thing someone could ever search to get to your content with, and put every single one of those down. There's no downside to putting them in there. Just put them in there. Right from the beginning, I was all about the folders. In some parts of my life, I'm a little bit unorganized, but in this part, I definitely really like folders, and I especially like having my YouTube videos within folders that become playlists, and that way it keeps viewers within watching your videos. When they come for something that is relevant, they stay within that folder. A lot of times the algorithm helps keep them there, and they get recommended that next video, and that helps you, the creator, continue to grow. And it also means you don't have a mess of videos. By the time you make a couple hundred videos, you don't know where the heck they all are or how to find them. When you make those folders, it makes your life so much better. When you're uploading that video, hit add paid promotion label. No, if it's not a paid promotion. If it is a paid promotion, mark yes. Now, altered content. This one is basically saying, are you making somebody appear to say something that they didn't really say? Make sure you're marking no, and number 1, 2, that you're not doing that. The algorithm wants to see that you're marking no, because you're it's giving you a chance to self-police yourself, to let it know that you're not doing something wrong. And if you don't mark anything, we found that it throttles, definitely blocks your content from going out, and it also potentially, if someone does find your content because they really want to watch your video, right? Well, the next video that gets recommended leaves your content, because all of your content is sketchy in the algorithm's eye, that you may have been modifying voice or whatever to make things appear that they aren't. Make sure you mark this as no, because they're giving you an opportunity to defend yourself and say, no, I didn't make any squirrely content. And finally, when I first wrote the description for my channel, I put my channel name in the description. And like I had already said about putting other things in there that describe your channel, keywords and whatnot, make sure your channel name, in the words that it is, or letters or numbers or whatever the heck it is in your channel description, but also tag, especially when you're just beginning, put it in your tags to help the algorithm allow people to search your channel in the search bar of YouTube. Well, everybody, thank you for watching. I hope that that helps you continue to grow your YouTube channel or potentially helps you start up your new YouTube channel. This is my little Shih Tzu puppy named Henry, and we are both saying goodbye, and thank you for watching, and I hope that you enjoyed. Take care all, and have a great day.